Nature is my name. Earth and sky, moon is passing by. Take a camera on the right, now it is your time. Come with me, I will take you far away. With a while we join your place, so you can get the frame. You will stand on your toes to the end. Can you handle it all by yourself? If you're a avid adventurer and a wildlife photographer, then you're truly part of us. Photo Safari Club.
In today's Photo Safari, we'll journey to the sun-drenched shores of Greece and join one of Russia's most renowned photo hunters on his expedition to capture the unique wildlife of Sapienza Island. This photographer's vast experience has been chronicled in several books, with The Lord of the European Peaks being his latest. It showcases photographs from his expeditions across Europe as he strives to compile a comprehensive collection of the continent's high-altitude ibexes. In this episode, we'll witness his photo safari in pursuit of trophy shots of the Kri Kri ibex and mouflon on Sapienza Island. If Victor succeeds in this endeavour, he'll be just one step away from becoming the first photo hunter to photograph all of Europe's goats and ibexes. His final expedition to Spain will be all that stands between him and the Photo Safari Club's most prestigious award. The members of this club are united by a shared passion for wildlife photography. Each strives to register as many photos as possible across various categories, completing their personal collections of different species and their habitats. Successfully completed collections earn their owners the respect and admiration of fellow club members. More importantly, these photo safaris, aimed at collecting trophy images, create an economic interest in wildlife and their habitats. For some endangered species, this may be the last chance to find a place in a world dominated by human economic interests. Every published photo of a rare or threatened animal serves as a reminder of its existence and needs. The Photo Safari Club members are united in their desire to be part of the nature, not to exploit it to the point of destruction. Just like trophy hunters, photo hunters must brave challenging and sometimes perilous conditions during their expeditions into the wild.
Now, Victor and I will traverse the Mediterranean waves to an island that humans have uninhabited for decades. There, the last members of an ibex subspecies have found refuge.
Near the shore, we spot our friends from the underwater expedition. They're here to explore the island's coastal waters. The remnants of the concrete pier somewhat prepare us for the site of the abandoned technical facilities on the island. We're greeted only by giant spiders, their enormous webs stretching across our path. The predatory spiders have set their 3-meter-long sticky traps. We can guess their favourite prey from the unimaginable noise of the cicadas.
Victor, UFO.
Luck was on our side almost immediately. The photo hunt can begin. Victor is armed with 2 cameras, a lighter one for quick response and a monster with an 800mm lens. For the experienced photographer, preparing and installing the heavy lens takes no more than 5 minutes. The swing head on the heavy tripod is the only way to facilitate the movement of the massive lens without compromising the setup's stability. The heavy tripod and the camera with the priceless lens weigh about 25 kilos. This weight, combined with the uneven terrain on which Victor is trying to secure himself, makes the hunter's situation quite complicated. And his vantage point is low. This is the first Kri Kri ibex we've seen. The light is perfect. The early morning rays of the rising sun create a unique atmosphere for shooting. It would be a shame to miss such an opportunity. So Victor searches for a better spot. The wildlife here on the island rarely sees humans. This gives us a chance to hold their attention while we take the photos we want. Sometimes we wish the wildlife would stand in a certain position to get that unique photo. But fate rarely grants our wishes. It all comes down to luck and perseverance.
We'll stand here for a bit longer. Something may pass in front of us. The light is still good.
To successfully locate a precise animal, we need to learn about its habits and habitat. That's why Victor and I did some preliminary research. The information on the internet was quite limited. We learned only that Kri Kri ibexes were introduced here from Crete. They are genetically related to other ibexes, still inhabiting Asia today. The animals were transported from the east, from their natural habitats, as domestic livestock of migrating Minoan and Thracian tribes. Until a few centuries ago, Kri Kri was widespread on the Greek islands. But since then, they have almost disappeared as a species. From our survey, we only learned that no studies had been done on the specific behavior and biotop of the animals. This was an extraordinary opportunity for us to gather information on the ecosystem and feeding habits of the animals and contribute to the conservation of this species. Victor saw for himself that the densely tangled bushes are extremely tough and resilient to pressure. All the vegetation here was like an insurmountable barrier between us and the interior of the island.
It's a small ibex.
Fighting youths. It was an amazing chance to take an awesome photo. It wasn't a real supremacy fight, but it was still a good start. Little by little, we filled the list of photos we needed. As we were looking around the terrain for where to go, another promising opportunity came up. A mother with her cub. The distance and location were favourable to try and get a shot of them against the lighthouse backdrop.
What's that? Cicada.
As the day progressed, a strong wind appeared. We tried to find shelter in a covenant behind the walls of the massive stone lighthouse. We were in for a pleasant surprise. Many mouflons scattered on the surrounding hills. Wild mouflon against the blue sea. It's an amazing photo, a classic, the likes of which I never even dared to dream of. The sun was already too high for trophy photos, so we returned to shore to the noisy songs of the cicadas. The remains of the dead ibex near the abandoned building by the shore brought us back to reality, where animals and their habitat mean nothing to people if they are not of economic value to the locals. This is precisely why we came here. To film the Kri Kri ibex and mouflon in their natural habitat.
The search. You're not coming with us tomorrow, yeah? Good. It's good. Don't try. No. All okay. First step. Good. Or first step. Good view from the other. Yes, yes. Good view. Good lighting. Gillar det bara? Oj, bra, gör det. Från. Det kan ju mikra. But I think very good. What would you like? Snake! Anaconda! Snake! Anaconda, vem.
On the way back from the island, we were again lucky to spot one of the ibex in an unexpected situation. The animal had discovered the fresh leaves on the wall overhanging the sea. And behind the cliff edge, hidden in the cave, another ibex seemed to be drinking water from the sea. Shooting from a floating boat is no easy job, but we had an amazing chance to capture and describe the unusual behavior of the ibexes. Apparently, the bushes covering the island are not nutritious enough to feed the animals, and their only preferred food grows on the cliffs. This information would help us a lot in the days to come. Furthermore, together with our local guides, we found out that the ibexes drink water from the sea only in certain places. Apparently, there is fresh water springing up at sea level. Gradually, the puzzle of the island's biotope was being sorted out, and the clearer the picture was, the more successful our expedition would be. While Victor was filling memory cards with thousands of photos, our fellow photographers from the Deep Blue underwater expedition were already exploring the animal life around, but underwater. In addition to the priceless land dwellers, Sapienza Island and the surrounding coastal waters were home to several seals and leatherback sea turtles. However, underwater inhabitants are not the only thing that attracts lovers of the blue abyss around the island. Only the most avid treasure hunters know the legends of Wisdom Island, as its name translates from Italian, and the dozens of shipwrecks along its coast. Numerous stories describe Sapienza as a key factor in battles over the Mediterranean trade routes. And most of them involve ruthless pirates and untold treasures, perhaps hidden somewhere in the region. The strategic location of the old Venetian fortress at Mouflon is no coincidence. It was built to protect merchant ships from pirate raids from Sapienza Island. The dozens of shipwrecks around the island arouse the fantasies and curiosity of thousands of divers. The destination of our photo safari is on land, so we will leave our colleagues in the arms of the Deep Blue and return to our shore plans. While we have our feet firmly on the ground and wait for the hottest hours of the day to pass, we will try to catch up with the photos of the local archaeological sites. Luckily for us, our host knows a few of them that are almost unknown on the global web and even to the locals. What we see in the canyon leaves us speechless. Remnants of a viaduct, part of a colossal project by ancient builders who managed to bring fresh water from the mountains dozens of miles to the old fortress on the beach. The second place we managed to visit in the short time we had was inaccessible to tourists. The perilous state of the crumbling fortress walls adds an element of extreme danger to the site, transforming it into an adrenaline-pumping adventure for those who dare to approach. As you gaze upon this footage, be aware that the entrance and front walls have recently vanished, obliterated by the relentless forces of nature. This recent destruction, now eternally captured in our memories and immortalized through this film, serves as a stark reminder of nature's indomitable power. Nevertheless, we managed to capture the breathtaking view of the most beautiful beach in Greece. Sated with emotions from our encounter with ancient European history and the sights of human creativity, we head to a new encounter with the island's wild inhabitants. The same female who sent us off in the morning now welcomes us ashore. We note to ourselves that the older animals have their favourite territory. After observing the feeding habits of ibexes so far, we have concluded that the food sources they prefer most are found in the cliff formations. Therefore, this afternoon, our expedition heads inland. This is where the highest rock ridges are located. The mother and her baby seem to bother the hawks quite a bit. Perhaps their nest is just below the top of the cliff where the animals forage for food. The behaviour of birds of prey is quite unusual, and the attention of the photo hunter is divided between the ibexes and the hawks. Observing and photographing this situation is an unexpected bonus to our photo safari. Carried away by the desire to capture the best moments of what is happening in front of our eyes, we lose track of time. We realize that it will soon be dark by the change of color of the sun's rays. Now is the best time to capture unique images. Our patience is soon rewarded. We manage to capture one of the most sacred moments in the life of a mother and her baby. On the shore near Pylos, our team of colleagues from the underwater expedition captured the last rays of the sun and set off on a short boat trip. Squid fishing is most successful just after sunset. Tonight, we will enjoy Greek wine and seafood roasted on the coals. The next morning, we started our expedition even earlier to be in position before the first rays of sunlight touched the island and its inhabitants. The 2-hour head start we had planned before sunrise seemed to be just enough to get us settled in the desired position and prepare our equipment for the most crucial moment of the day. Sunrise. Driven by the desire to get a little closer to the female and her baby, Victor begins to sneak the unsuspecting pair. After nearly an hour of persistent attempts, we manage to get the animals no closer than 30 meters. This is the shortest possible distance we can approach a wild animal without it sensing us, and at the same time, to take portrait photos in the best resolution and quality. This is a dream situation for any wildlife photo hunter. We had managed to get the animal undisturbed, and now we would get our prize. The best trophy photos of a female with her cub. With these photos, we were completing another of the Photo Safari Club milestones. We already had a female with some, but now the photos were close up and could compete with the other club members. We left the baby and his mother with endless gratitude for their assistance with the photo shoot. Now, we had the most challenging part, getting close and photographing a male adult specimen. This task is among the most difficult, and we knew from experience that it was possible to leave the island without such a photo. From our research, we learned two things. Information on Kri Kri ibex was very scarce. We knew nothing about their feeding habits and their breeding or their numbers. The second thing we found with great surprise was that there were no known photographs of adult males in their natural habitat. So far, all the photos we had seen were poor quality, randomly taken by hobbyists. This fact gave us hope that we might be the first to take high-resolution portrait photographs of adult Kri Kri ibex. But beyond the hope, doubt also crept in as a hijacker of our enthusiasm. What if the animals were so secretive and wary that they didn't allow any human to approach them? Our hope was not in vain. Our optimism was rewarded as we captured a stunning photograph of a male ibex, despite the considerable distance of over 100 meters. This image marked the first high-quality portrait of an adult Kri Kri ibex, boasting a resolution exceeding 20 megapixels from a full-frame sensor, a caliber worthy of the best Kri Kri ibex photo accolade. Competition for the best photo of a species is fierce, with any contender in this category vying for what is essentially a world record. As the day drew to a close, we had not only achieved our objectives, but were granted an unexpected gift by fate. Just as we prepared to bid farewell to the island and its inhabitants, a magnificent male, backlit by the setting sun, approached us. The majestic creature ventured within a mere 50 meters, enabling us to capture a series of breathtakingly beautiful images. Victor's satisfaction with the photo safari was palpable, as he had not only secured spectacular photographs for his book, but also documented 2 species for his Photo Safari Club collection. As our adventure concluded, the renowned photographer presented me with his inaugural book, The Lord of the Russian Peaks. A compendium of photographs depicting all Tur and ibex species native to Russia. This book was the culmination of decades of arduous expeditions, all in pursuit of assembling a comprehensive record of these animals, their habitats, and their associated predators. In 2020, Victor was bestowed with the Photo Safari Club's highest honor in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to wildlife photography and the conservation of high-altitude fauna in Russia.